Before we dive into this wild ride of love, lies, and legacy, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a story that keeps your heart racing and your jaw on the floor. When Laila Monroe walked into the gala at the Ritz-Carlton, heads turned, not because of her designer dress or the diamonds on her wrist, but because she was believed to be the heiress of the Monroe Hotel's empire, or so everyone thought. Laila, 30, black, bold, and breathtaking, was the face of a name that echoed through every luxury magazine. Social media couldn't get enough of her, and every man wanted to be the one who claimed her heart, but none more than Dante, that Italian-American, 33, smooth as silk and dangerous with a smile. He wasn't old money, but he dressed and talked like he belonged at the table. From the moment they met, it was electric. Their chemistry was undeniable, and within 3 dates, Laila was falling. They were perfect. Almost too perfect. If you've ever seen a love story that moved too fast, too smooth, hit that like button because you know what's coming isn't good. They dated for 8 months. Lavish trips, private dinners, red carpet events. On her birthday, he proposed. A 6-carat ring, a crowd of A-listers. She said yes, but on the night of their engagement party, everything changed. Laila stepped out to take a call from Victor, her late godfather's lawyer. "Has he asked about your inheritance?" He asked. She laughed. "No, why?" Victor went silent. "Because your trust doesn't exist. The Monroe estate is gone, Laila. Your father lost everything before he passed. You've been living off smoke and mirrors. There's no money." Pause the story right here. What would you do if you found out your entire lifestyle was fake, and the person you loved might only want you for the money you never had? Let me know in the comments. Stunned, Laila ended the call and walked back toward the ballroom. And that's when she saw it. Dante. Kissing someone. Not just anyone, her personal assistant, the same woman who handled her accounts, her passwords, her secrets. Laila didn't scream. She didn't cry. She walked in, held his hand, smiled at guests, and posed for photos, like her world wasn't crashing around her. But that night, something inside her broke. Over the next few days, Laila tested him. "I'm thinking of giving it all up," she said. "Leaving the Monroe legacy. Starting a quiet life." Dante paused. "You'd never do that. That's not who you are." "What if I did?" He smiled awkwardly. "Let's not ruin the mood." That told her everything she needed to know. If you've ever been in a relationship that felt too convenient, share this story with someone who needs to hear it. She began planning 2 things, the wedding and the revenge. Laila created a fake legal document, a forged will stating she'd inherit $200 million on her wedding day. She left it in a folder where Dante would find it. 3 days later, she told him she wanted to elope. He agreed, eager now. They flew to a private island near Greece. She paid for everything with borrowed money. They were married at sunset. Roses, champagne, a perfect kiss. But in the honeymoon suite, Laila handed him a folder. Inside, photos, screenshots, emails, proof of his affair. His face paled. She wasn't done. She handed him a second envelope. "The prenup you signed? Never filed. Congrats. You're now legally married to a woman with $3 million in debt and a legal right to half your real estate." He froze, and she smiled. "You married me for money, Dante. But I don't have what you wanted. I never did." He tried to argue, to blame her, to beg. She stood, cool and controlled. "But here's the thing. I may not have inherited millions, but I invested in myself." Turns out, Laila had launched her own company 6 months before, an app that was quietly gaining traction. Real money, her money, and now she had control of the narrative. If you're rooting for Laila, subscribe right now for more powerful stories like this one. Real characters, real drama, real lessons. She walked out of that suite, papers filed, reputation intact. Dante? He faded into nothing. But Laila Monroe, she made headlines. Heiress loses fortune, builds empire from scratch. The woman who outsmarted a gold digger and made millions doing it. She started a fund for female founders, wrote a bestseller, and eventually found love again with someone who never asked about her net worth. And her final post on social media said it all. Don't fall for someone who loves your lifestyle. Fall for someone who would love you in the dark. If that hits your chest like thunder, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Natrix Stories for more emotionally charged tales that keep you thinking long after the screen fades to black.